Welcome to American BBQ'ers. Today, we're going to make eggplant parmesan on our pellet grill. We're going to do a traditional Italian eggplant parmesan. We're not breading it, we're not deep frying it. Traditionally, sometimes they do fry it, but they don't bread it. And you'll see here in just a minute what I'm going to talk about. We got our eggplant. We're going to cut the top off. We're going to cut the bottom off, like so. I'm going to stand it up. Our first cut, we want to just take a small layer down, and we want to make sure we get a thin layer of skin off of our eggplant. Okay, so right there we're pretty close, we're good enough. Then we're going to do about 1/4 inch slice strips straight down. Okay, like so. Try to go as even as possible. And if 1/4 inch thinks it's a little too big, you can go about 1/8 of an inch. Out of one eggplant, depending on how much somebody eats, you can expect to get about 2 to 3 servings of this out of one eggplant. Okay, this last piece, just set it on its side. Start at the tip and just go sideways to get that last little bit of skin off. You end up with that. So right here is our sliced eggplant. What you're going to do, take a little bit of olive oil. Okay, don't linger in one spot. Eggplant love to soak up oil. So you just go rather quickly on one side, get it coated. Then you're going to take some salt and pepper. Give a decent little sprinkling of salt and pepper. You're going to flip it over. Do the same thing on the other side. Again, going rather quickly with your oil. You don't want one spot to be soggy with a bunch of oil. Then another little sprinkling of salt and pepper. The salt is going to help extract a little bit of the moisture out of the eggplant. It's also going to help with the bitterness of the eggplant. So I'm going to finish seasoning and oiling the rest of these. When they're all finished, I'm going to put them in the refrigerator for 2 hours. We want this salt to start extracting a little bit of moisture. When we come back, we're going to put them on our pellet smoker. Okay, I've got the eggplant. They sat in the refrigerator about 2 hours with the salt. A good portion of the moisture came out of them. So I've got the grill has been preheated to 375, and I got them on just right on the rack. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go for about 5 minutes aside, flip them over, kind of evaluate what they look like. We want these strips of eggplant to be completely cooked before we actually take them off the grill. I've got a few more that are going to go on. Couldn't quite get them all on the grill grate, just how I have my grill set up. So when we come back, I will actually have the eggplant completely cooked off of the grill, and I'll show you how we start assembling the eggplant parmesan itself. After we get them assembled, they will cook a little longer. So when we come back, we'll start doing the assembly on our eggplant parmesan. Okay, we're back. We've got our eggplant nice and grilled. I'll let them sit and cool off for a little bit. There we go, nice grill, got some grill marks on them. Okay, for our eggplant parmesan, we're going to take a layer. We're going to take a little sauce, just kind of evenly distributed throughout the whole layer right here. Then you're going to take some Parmesan. You can use fresh if you'd like. A little sprinkle across the top. Take some mozzarella cheese. Give it a liberal sprinkle, like so. And then we're going to go back on with another layer of our eggplant. You're going to follow the same method for 3 to 4 layers. The bottom one being your first layer. And then once you get to the top, add a little extra of your mozzarella cheese. You'll want it kind of layered up like this. Okay. From here, technically it's already cooked. So you're going to want to put it back on your smoker until the cheese gets nice and melted and a little bit of bubbly brown to it. That's when it's going to be done. But from here, everything is completely cooked, so you shouldn't have to really worry about making it fully cooked because you're there. I'm going to continue. I'm going to have about 5 or 6 individual eggplant parmesans, and when we come back, they're going to go on the grill. Okay, our eggplant parmesan is all finished. I left it on the pellet smoker long enough to get the cheese nice and melty, a little bit of browning going on. From here, you can serve it with any side dish that you like. You can even use this as a side dish. You can cut them in half, make them smaller portions. Here tonight, we're going to serve it with a spaghetti squash topped with a marinara sauce. But there you go. This is a traditional eggplant parmesan.